I'm genuinely excited to get into this video. This is I'm really, yeah. Let me just crack open my can of Coke. Definitely not sponsored. There we are. Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kieran and welcome to a brand new video where we're going to be talking about Fallout, but not quite Fallout. Yeah, I know, it sounds weird. Basically, we're not going to be talking about Fallout as we traditionally do on this channel. So if you've missed the news, Amazon Studios have announced they are producing a brand new Fallout TV show alongside the creators of Westworld. Actually, we have next to nothing about this show because the creators literally just came on board there and they're like, hey, we're making this show with Amazon Studios. That's about it. That's all we really have. We've not got a script, not even a pilot script, which is insane in the TV industry. If I knew it was that easy, I would have bloody messaged the guy over at Amazon Studios myself, and I was like, hey, can I make a show on Fallout? Because Fallout's a $1 billion franchise over here. It's amazing. I've been playing it since I was like, what, 7 or something? So like, come on, throw me a bone, give me a chance. To be fair, if I did go to Netflix with that show proposition, it would be greenlit like that as well, because they just greenlight everything, so. But yeah, since they have next to nothing, I was like, hey, let's make a video pitching my idea for a perfect Fallout TV show in my own vision. Of course, you guys have your own versions of as well, of course, and if you have those visions and you have perfect ideas for a Fallout TV show yourself, say them down in the comment section below, because I love reading them, and as you guys know, I do love doing community idea videos for Fallout, as if you haven't seen already, I have a series going now called Community Ideas for Fallout 5, so, you know, just maybe I can do that for a Fallout TV show, that would be fun. I'm not even going to lie to you, it's been my dream to work on a Fallout TV show. If you don't know me by now, I'm actually studying television production and I've been working in that industry for about 4 to 5 years at the moment. I've been a runner and all sorts on movies, on TV shows. I've been editor for a lot of different productions as well. I've directed a few short films and stuff like that. And it's been crazy. I'm also working on an actual documentary about Fallout 76, so stay tuned for that. Communities of Appalachia with amazing interviewees, so please stay tuned for that. That's such a great project I'm working on. But anyway, since these guys have nothing for like a pilot script or anything like that, let's give these Westworld creators my idea for a Fallout TV show. With the Fallout series having 9 titles under their belt, there's a lot to consider when taking the franchise to television. Who are our main characters? Will there be any returning factions? What year is it set in? Where will the TV show be based? You know, the usual questions when Fallout is mentioned. So when putting this idea together, I put it together with a TV producer mindset instead of a die-hard fan who'd be like, I want this show to be about the Brotherhood, I want this show to be about this and that. Nailing down the story for this show wasn't as tricky as I expected, because you want to have similar story beats to the games, but not to be like exact beat for beat, so it would be boring to the viewers who were fans of the games. For example, in my Fallout TV show, it will be taking a lot of story beats from like Fallout 2 and Fallout 3 and sort of meshing them together in a way. Because you also have to remember, like, this TV show is welcoming a whole ton of new viewers, new casual viewers in, so you can't just immediately drop everyone in the middle of this massive lore-heavy event, you know? You have to sort of ease them in a way. So you can't just, like, plop them into, like, this massive NCR Brotherhood battle and be like, oh, you have to follow everything, oh, you have to know da. It's like, you need to ease them in and have a proper introduction, because, again, this show isn't primarily being made for the gamers. The gamers are definitely a target audience, but the show, the reason why you make an adaptation like this is to also allow other people who may not be into gaming, who may not be into the particular style of Fallout, but they're interested in the world, and have them be introduced that way instead of going through the games. So here is the general pitch of my Fallout TV show. The story follows a vault dweller called Percy who is sent out into the wasteland to look for a geek. Percy grew up and lived in Vault 82, where the experiment was to have the occupants live in luxury with the highest living standards possible. Then, on one random day, everything will break down and those luxuries will quickly evaporate. This random day happened in the year 2277, 200 years after the bombs dropped. It caused the vault to melt down and force all the occupants into the wastes. Percy was a vault inhabitant selected by the Overseer to pursue a geck to help the former vault occupants to start a new life. He was also selected for this mission due to his scores on the GOAT test as well. See how I'm meshing like the story beats of Fallout 2 with Fallout 1 as well, and then a little tiny taste of Fallout 3 in there as well. Percy's quest will take him across the wasteland, meet new and crazy characters, and generally learn more about this new big world. He will also meet a character early on who will act as his guide and introduction into the wider world of Fallout, for example telling him about caps and various factions. Don't worry, by the way, Percy isn't like the sole main character and everything will revolve around him. Percy is going to be one of the main characters, and especially in Season 1, you need that introductory character where like everything's new to him as well, and he asks the questions that the audience will ask as well, so you serve as sort of that point of view, you know? And then as the story develops and as the episodes go on, more and more characters will be introduced and will follow the lives of multiple Wastelanders instead of just this one primary character. For the first season, I wanted to have the Enclave serve as the main antagonist as they captured the former Vault 82 dwellers for experimentation. Having them as the antagonist would introduce new audiences to the faction, and perhaps with their introduction we could also see the Brotherhood making an appearance as well. Throughout the first season, Percy and his companion character will travel the waste, doing jobs for towns and fighting a wide array of creatures. I actually have an idea of how the first episode would end as well. So the entire episode 1 would be set inside the vault, like the prologue to Fallout 3, but with a little mix of Fallout 4 in there as well, where it's like you see a little bit of the pre-war, you see the bombs dropping, you see everyone panicking, rushing into the vault, and then the entire episode would be taking place in the vault 200 years later, with maybe the characters descending, maybe Percy, you see Percy's ancestor or something like that in the show's prologue, and then towards the end of the episode when everyone's rushed out, you have that Fallout 3, Fallout 4 emergence moment, you know, where you walk out the vault, bang, light everywhere, and you're like, oh, what the hell is going on? And then you move your hand down and you just see this massive new world, this massive new wasteland. I think that moment in particular is really important to have into the TV show. I think it definitely captures that feeling of wonder, that feeling of adventure, you know, especially when, again, new audiences who haven't played Fallout 3, who haven't played Fallout 4, they never got that feeling because they didn't play the game. The entire season overall I think would fit well with 10 episodes. Going over that mark isn't really needed unless you're doing a cop show or a sitcom. So 10 episodes would give us enough time to set up the world, storylines, and to just take in the wasteland in general. Now for the important part of the show, and I know a lot of people are going to be asking this leading up to this bit, where is this show set? Where is it? So I had a massive think about this. This was probably the longest I thought about this script, to be honest, is this going to be East Coast or West Coast? Both sides have cool stuff going for them, and I believe that the show will explore both of these coasts, so they will eventually get to the NCR, eventually get to each of these places, but where will the show start off initially? So after a long think, I eventually decided to start the show off in the East Coast, the region where most modern Fallout games are set.
It's okay, buddy. We can put it back. We can put it back the way it was. It's okay. Cut, Garrett.
You're probably sitting there wondering, Kieran, why are you doing this? You know New Vegas is one of the best Fallout games ever. Why are you going to the East Coast instead of the magnificent West Coast? Well, mainly because just the East Coast is much more chaotic and unorganised than the West. Since the show is set in 2277, the West Coast already has a massive established faction like the NCR covering the area, and it always felt like New Vegas was missing that feeling that I was in a post-apocalypse, which I don't know if that's just me or not, but don't get me wrong, I love playing New Vegas, but it just didn't feel like I was in, it didn't capture that feeling of post-apocalypse that Fallout 3 got, you know? And I feel like that's a good establishing point, especially when you leave the vault for the first time, and especially when you're introducing this world for the first time to brand new viewers, is that you need them to understand that this is a world that has been annihilated by nukes, you know? This is a world that's slowly rebuilding as well, and it's important to see that. And so that's why it's important to start on the East Coast, because, again, it's very unorganised, and then you gradually make your way to the West Coast, where everything is much more organised. You've got the NCR, you've got the Caesar's Legion, you've got these massive factions, like, battling it out, having wars and stuff like that. They have their own towns, they have their own cities, and imagine just, like, halfway through, like, Season 4 or Season 3 or something, and you go to Vault City. That would be amazing. Like, that would be great. That would be awesome to see. So whereabouts in the East Coast shall we explore? Well, I didn't really want it to take place in the same area as 3, 4, or 76, so I decided to go looking elsewhere. Eventually I landed on Detroit as the first main city location. The area hasn't really been explored too much in the games, and it's also really close to Pittsburgh as well, so we can have plenty of Easter eggs and nods to Fallout 3. Maybe Percy could be captured and brought to the pit at some point during the show. That would be cool, that would be a fun wee storyline. To be honest, with the many seasons a Fallout show could have, it can explore so much. Like I said, it can go from the East Coast to the West Coast throughout Season 3 or 4 or something. Now, before I end the video, I really want to talk about one main thing when it comes to a TV show, is that the actors. What kind of actors are we going to be seeing? Who's going to be playing Percy, for example? For me, personally, there's this one actor that I absolutely love and I want to see him in so much more, and that is Jonathan Groff from Mindhunter. He is fantastic, and he has that level of, like, innocence to him, but also he has that darker nature as well. I think that actor would be perfect for that main Vault protagonist, you know? And like I said, he's a great actor, absolutely amazing, and it's really disappointing that Mindhunter Season 3 has been put on hold, so he's not going to be reprising that role at any point soon, you know, so he has some free time, he has some, you know, time to take up new projects, so, you know, Westworld creators, get on that. Jonathan Groff, good actor. So that was my initial pitch for a Fallout TV show. What do you guys think about it? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you think the show should take a more fan direction, as in it should just go fucking knee deep in the lore and just go straight into the deep end? Or should it be a gradual easing into the Fallout universe for the new viewers? What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. And like I said before as well, please let me know your ideas, let me know your pitches down in the comments. I love reading your ideas, especially for the community ideas for Fallout 5 videos. I love reading all of your amazing ideas because you guys are so creative as well, so please write it down below. Special thanks to my lovely patrons, Cat G, Proxy1, TG Monster, and Enigma Plays 115 for your continued support over my Patreon. Thank you guys so much, I do really appreciate it. But yeah, Fallout TV show, I'm excited. I want to work on this TV show, either as an editor, or a runner, or a producer. Please, just hit me up. Come on. Come on. I would definitely be up for going into a Fallout TV show. If you need advice, if you want an advisor, come on, I'll be there. I'll be there for you. If you just want a guy serving coffee on set, I'll be there. It's fine. You can. It's all good. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I shall be seeing you all later. Bye bye.